So my name is Angelica Rodriguez. I am a senior here at Hunter College. I am a second-year tutor and am a media studies major and creative writing major.
My name is Austin Cabrera. I'm a creative writing major, and this is my senior year, actually.
My name is Avalon. I am a tutor at the Writing Center. I am currently majoring in studio art.
What I do is basically work with students one-on-one in a peer relationship. Peer relationship is basically our model, you can say, on how we work with the students. So, for example, we're both students, so we can relate to one another, having taken certain courses maybe in the past, things of that nature.
So we specialize in working with undergraduate students, graduate students, whether it's their personal statements or work for writing intensive courses.
But yeah, I mostly work with people on a weekly basis. Every week we meet for an hour. And I work with some people on drop-in appointments, which are half-hour sessions.
I always like to evaluate where the student is with their particular assignment. So if the student seems like they're in the early stages, then I will recommend certain things for those particular stages. I'll ask them to read it over, I'll ask them to ask questions, maybe we'll read through the text together, read through the prompt. If it's a student who just needs more or less a second opinion on how this piece sounds, we'll work through that as well. But I would maybe prescribe something a little differently. I might just go straight to maybe looking at their syntax or their diction or just certain words that maybe they're looking to pop or to explain something further.
We have regular sessions and we have drop-in sessions. So our regular sessions, we have our students come in once a week. It's always with the same tutor, and we work for an hour. So with regular sessions, we'll usually start off with asking what assignments do you have today, or what are some upcoming assignments. From there, the way that I'll approach it is looking at professors' feedback, if there's any, asking what the last grade was for an assignment, and we'll usually just brainstorm right off the bat.
First, I try and find out what the project is that they're working on. So I'll ask if they have a prompt, and if they don't, if they can kind of just explain what their professor wants or what they think they want.
Sometimes we'll have students come if they just need to clarify some information that professors have given them, just knowing, understanding the feedback that they've received.
We'll go through what they already have, and I'll ask if they have any concerns before we start. So if someone is really concerned about grammar, we'll try and focus on that, but I always try to think about content too, because I feel that's a little bit more important. But yeah, so I'll usually have the student read out loud, and reading out loud is actually something that can help you realize the minor mistakes that you're making, because someone might even just you'll read it out loud and it'll sound perfect, but on paper you'll have a completely different thing, and you won't even notice until you reread it 2 or 3 times. But being able to read it out loud is one of the most crucial aspects I find in tutoring students, because then they're able to hear what's correct and see the difference.
I love working at the center because I get to do, I think, 2 things. 1, work with students, obviously. Second, show them maybe some tips or tricks, or just give them advice that maybe I've discovered along the way. And I think thirdly is just really being able to relate with someone who's having a difficult time, not knowing what exactly to put here or what to take into account for.
I find it really rewarding. I actually want to be a teacher. I want to teach high school art, and just having this experience where I'm watching someone grow as a student and realizing that they know all these things, and just the moment where they realize that they actually are learning, and they have this click, there's this face that they make, and it's really great. But I also I've had students for over a year now, and just watching them go from having a lack of confidence and not super comfortable with writing in general, and just at this point a lot of them are kind of coming out of their shells.
What I like about working at the Writing Center is that we're all different majors. We're not all English majors, so we have some that are psych majors, we have some that are media majors, like me, for example. I think the dynamic between all of us, though we struggle with the same, well, we'll struggle with our classes, but we'll share those struggles together. We'll be our own tutors, which I think is great because like we already know like the path that we're on, like being college students.
I really feel that students really need someone to help them, guide them through a process of thinking and writing. It's very helpful to see them progress when we first meet to the very end. It's nice to see them transcend, kind of like, oh, now I know how to do this now. So it's good.